Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get back to Iraq because, is that right? Did I hear a rumor? They want to reinstate the rate? That's what everybody's talking about. We're going to get into that here in just a moment. Let me just remind you guys that when you do go to exchange your money and you're sitting on all of those ducats, dollars, make sure you take a big portion of them and go buy gold and silver. Go to our friends over at Money Metals. Hey folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings in their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right. Gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. And for those of you looking for my address, here it is right here. And I have this alternate website where I can post information that I cannot post here. Which reminds me, people are asking me, because I did catch the RONA. Yes, I did. And we were able to whip it in pretty much one day, although it does hit pretty hard. I ain't gonna lie. I was fatigued and I was worn out. But now two of my boys got it. And they were able to whip it in one day. So not bad. Out of all three of us whipped it in one day. Anita's still dealing with it because she got it. The info was too late. So people keep asking me what it was that we took. I'll just share with you real quick. See that right there? We took 10 of these 3 times a day. Yep. I know that sounds like a lot, but it whipped it in its butt. We took this 5,000 3 times a day. Yep. That's what we took. And then my son said, don't forget the icky water stuff. And I said, oh, yeah. The icky water stuff, just so you guys are aware of what it is. This is the icky water stuff, just so you know. We had this. Dr. Ron had sent that to me quite some time ago. And so I remembered there was an article about that. So, yeah, this is the icky water stuff. Dr. Ron had sent me some quite a while back, and I had some left over. And we took it because we saw this. And I said, okay, very good. So it doesn't get rid of it. I mean, it doesn't heal it or anything. It just blocks it is what it does. So, I don't want to say too much on here because they'll have a fit. But the link for this is down below in the description. It doesn't cost very much, to be quite honest with you. And for women, it just really makes your hair and your fingernails grow, I found out, even for guys. But I'm just letting you know because ours went crazy when we were taking this regularly. It's very good about blocking bacteria. Anyways, that was the other part because you forgot the third part, the icky water part. So this is the icky water part. Make sure you follow the directions on there to the T. Just thought I would share that with you guys. All right, back to Iraq real quick here. What's going on? So it looks like Jordan and Iraq are opening borders to one another. This is good. Seems like they're opening up everywhere. Saudi Arabia, nice. The green zone, nice. Here we go over here to Jordan. That's what you want to see. I know there are people, I think they've been stuck there for quite some time. But there are dual citizens. They're going back and forth. Is that right? This is the Iraq ambassador said on Thursday the approval from the ministry to open up the border. Iraqis residing in the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, in a statement said to the news, has agreed to open land border crossings to Iraqis who have residence permits in the kingdom for a period of 1 year or 5 years to travel by land. Okay, so it's open. Good. Again, that just means if their countries real stable and secure, then other countries feel like opening the borders. That's a good sign, man. It really is. Iraq is preparing to hold a conference to discuss the recovering of its looted funds. Remember I told you when they announced that the money was actually missing out of Iraq? I was like, what? Maliki, when he inherited a whole surplus? But when Al-Qademi got in office, he said there was literally $0 there. We know what's going on with this. I've been watching this for a while. Some of the people that I talk to are a part of this, recovering the money. So I'm curious to see what this, how this pans out, because I want to see it happen. It says the former member of the Anti-Corruption Committee received on Thursday the amount of diluted and smuggled funds from Iraq. Yeah, did you see how much it was? It was like, what was it? Where is it at? $360 billion worth. That's American dollars, by the way. Didn't say dinars. $360 billion worth of money. What? That's a lot of money, man. Anyways, to the news, it says what's it say? In a statement, it said that the news that work to recover the looted funds is carried out through the Integrity Commission Money Recovery Department. That's a damn shame when you have an Integrity Commission Money Recovery Department. I'm just letting you know that you have to have a department within the government to go recover money. The fund for recovering the funds, whose membership include the Integrity Commission and the Ministries of Finance, Foreign Affairs, Justice, the Judiciary, the Central Bank, the Intelligence and National Security Agencies, as well as the Finance Supervision Bureau. Wow, that's a lot of people involved there. So anyways, it looks like they're holding a meeting to find out about what they need to do to recover this. And I know they know where it is. I don't know what the holdup is. I'm curious to see what's going to happen after this meeting. So it looks like the meeting is going to happen on September the 6th. Is that what it says? The judge, nope, that's already passed. Oh, it's going to be sometime between the 15th and the 16th, I believe is what it is. So let's keep an eye on this, and let's hope they recover it, because if they can't recover this, then they're going to feel like their money is in a lot of jeopardy, and you might see them switch monies. I'm talking about bring out new bills. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I'm just saying, if there's a bunch of looted money and criminals got it, you definitely don't want to do an RV or an RI while those dollars are out there. It just goes into the wrong hands. Just saying. So keep your fingers crossed that they actually do this and it works out. Joint operations. No American requests to stay in Iraq. I remember that one article saying that the Americans were going to be staying behind. They weren't going to be exiting. Now this is saying no, the Americans never even requested to stay in. And Americans are saying we never requested to stay in. So it looks like come December 31st, Iraq is on their own. Let's hope we don't have a repeat of what happened in Afghanistan. I'd feel a lot better if the bad orange man was in there. Seriously. Nobody would dare make some bold moves like they did, the Taliban did. So on December 31st, we will be pulling out. That's it. Only some people will be left behind for the purpose of training. We know this. They talked about it. So it's right here. The cooperation between the two countries will be in the field of training and exchange of experience and their outgoing work with Americans in fighting ISIS through the exchange of intelligent information. So that's it. So the rumors about us staying there longer, I thought it was a smart move, by the way, but idea that we're going to stay there longer, they have now just blown that out of the water. We are out of there. The Baghdad Conference represents an important step to support Iraq's sovereignty and to keep it away from quarrels. The Secretary General of the League of Arab States affirmed Thursday that Baghdad's Conference for Cooperation and Partnership represents an important step to support Iraq's sovereignty and to keep it away from disputes and a key to the stability of the Arab. In his speech on the opening of the meeting, the Arab foreign minister held in Cairo said that Baghdad Conference, which was held last August, represents the important steps to give us the right message to all parties. A stable and secure one is a definite interest in all neighbors. I agree. So they're being praised again, Al-Qademi, once again, for the big steps they're taking. I love this. I'm taking leadership in a lot of this. Al-Qademi to visit Iran coming up here very quickly, a couple days. So this is the same thing. Al-Qademi received the U.S. military delegates. They went in there. It's the same thing as before. Talk about where they could cooperate, how they're going to work together, and making sure that they got their butt out of the door. There's another one of those great articles that I love to see when I go to read the news. More great information about what they could do to do business. An industrial delegation visits Baghdad and discuss the requirements for reconstruction in Iraq. Yes, let's get this bad boy rolling. That's a lot of jobs for a lot of people. The official in charge of export file for Iraq and representatives of the leather and textile industries sector of the Jordan Chamber of Industry stressed the importance of the Jordanian private sector benefiting from the investment opportunities available in brotherly Iraq. So again, this is just them talking about what they need to do to work with one another. There's going to be 13 companies coming into Iraq, courtesy of Jordan. So that's a good thing. That is employment opportunity. He pointed out the mission met with the contractors union in Baghdad. The president of the Foundation and Chambers of Commerce, the president of the Baghdad Chamber of Commerce, all the people of the Chambers of Commerce, all right? He said on the same level, he called on the private sector to increase cooperation with each other and expedite the search for available opportunities, stressing that the increase in the volume of national exports to Iraq will reflect positive on the national economy. Yes, it will. So Al-Kademi met with Ms. Plassart, our representative from the United Nations, to talk about what they need to do to make sure that the elections go without a hitch. So here it is. Are we getting the RI here? I started to read this, and once again, I think people be careful about how you read these articles. A member of Parliamentary's Economy Investment Committee revealed today, Tuesday, the existence of a parliamentary movement aimed at changing the exchange rate of the dollar against the Iraqi dinar and a draft budget law for the year 2022. Parliamentary sure is pushing back hard. They want that rate change to happen. We know the new budget's coming out there, and they didn't give us a hint one way or another. But I do believe we did see an article where they said this rate would stay this way for like 5 years. I told you it's not going to take 5 years. It's not even going to last that long. I was surprised that it's even been this long, to be quite honest with you. At least reinstating it to the old rate. But looky here. So as it says in this statement to the news, the Iraq government until this moment refuses to restore the exchange rate of the dollar against the Iraqi dinar as it was before. So when people read that, they're like, oh, the $3 rate. And I was like, wait, what? So I can understand where you get that from, but that's not what they're talking about. So it says they want to, or it says refuse to restore the exchange rate of the dollar against the Iraqi dinar as it was before, especially after the disappearance of all justification for raising the price, which greatly affected the lives of citizens from rising up, food price and others. And these justifications ended with the rise in oil prices and the presence of financial abundance to fill the remaining budget deficit. Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but there's a other part of me that thinks they should squirrel it away in their wealth fund for projects that they could work on instead of just all willy-nilly. Because the more jobs they open up for people, the less people are on government. The less people on government, the more pay taxes, the more pay. Who's getting paid, period, gets to run around a shop. See how that affects the economy? The Iraqi government's insistence on its refusal to return to the exchange rate of the dollar against the Iraqi dinar, as it was previously prompted a new parliamentary movement, which will be effective in the coming days, for the purpose of which the exchange rate for the 2022 budget is different from the current budget. This matter is supported by the majority of the deputies, and the new parliament certainly have a position on this important economic file. Here's the way I look at it. Al-Kademi's been doing a wonderful job since he's been in office. Just trust his lead. If they don't raise it, it's for a reason. They're trying to get back on their feet. I'm not fussing either way. I know, like many of you, we are waiting for this to happen. So just hang tight. But that's not the rate they're talking about. They're talking about the one prior to the rate that they're at. So that'd be 1,190 dinars for every dollar. So right now you get 1,450 dinars for every $1. They're talking about moving the price down to 1,190 dinars for every dollar. Iraqi politicians, the difference of Shiite forces may pave the way for Al-Kademi's second term. Good, we want him in there a second time. Said the Iraqi politician on Tuesday, said that the difference between the Shiite forces within them and pave the way for the current Prime Minister, Al-Kademi, for a second term. He seems to be pretty popular with all of the groups. That's for sure. We haven't heard no issues or nothing from different groups about him, really. He is a strong leader while he's there. So we look forward to having his second term, that's for sure. Anyways, you guys, it's short and brief. Not a whole lot going on. The other articles are pretty much repeating themselves. I just wanted to chime in real quick and answer a few questions. Hopefully I did. Anyways, that's it for now. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. I'm out.